No. The process is not open enough. As a member of the Budget Committee, I sat, and this is also not a partisan problem. It's a bipartisan issue because there were as many Republicans that were left out of the budget process, especially on the Senate side, than there were on the House side. Can't address what happened on the House side a great deal. But as a member of the Appropriations and Revenue Committee, we were part of the process on up until a given date specific or date certain. And then there were state troopers posted at the door with the instructions only to allow the members of House and Senate leadership, Democrat and Republican, and the chairman of both A&R committees, and on the House side, which is a Democrat, on the Senate side, which is an independent, and Bob Leeper from Paducah. And we were basically locked out of the budget process for input purposes. Now, occasionally there would be a white paper sent out saying this is what we're doing, but that's not enough. And I have introduced, or I've asked LRC to look at the some possible, and it may be next to impossible, means of mandating that all members of the Appropriations and Revenue Committee be a full player in the budget making process. Now, I fully understand the conference committee and free conference committee process, where members of the committee will select someone to sit in on a free conference or a conference committee if there is a disagreement, or someone to sit in if they're in a free conference committee if there is a disagreement. I fully understand and respect that, but I think it should be done in a judicious way, and so I just don't think there is enough transparency in the budget making process. Pure and simple as that. And our budget making process, in my judgment, should not be all about brick and mortar. But it oftentimes ends up like that. But there are so many of these other programs out there that deserve debate and input. Health and Human Services, Medicaid match, where the money comes from for our Medicaid match, educational issues. I mean, I can just go on and on and on. And that's all a part of the transparency that we should have in that budget making process in a bipartisan way.
Well, as you mentioned, it's kind of become the de facto process to basically write the budget in the free conference committee, as opposed to that being a last resort. Is there, you had mentioned that the A&R members be members of those negotiations. Are there other legislative remedies to ensure that lawmakers are more involved in the process?
Well, I find it very offensive when a 300 or 400 page document that entails some $19 million worth of 2-year budget and $40 million worth of 4-year budget. I find it a bit offensive to have a copy of it laid on your desk and the paper is still warm from running it through the copy machine, and expecting you to sit down and comprehend every page of it and vote on it in 30 minutes. That's not right.